Hello guys, how's it going? In today's video, we are going to be presenting our official February forecast for 2021. Now, before I get started with this video though, I would ask that you do subscribe if you do like weather-related content, and also make sure to share this video with your friends, family, and social media. And I'd also highly recommend that you check out our very exciting Patreon page in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Anyways, for today's comment of the day, I want to know, how do you think this upcoming February will go? Let me know down below, and I'll be picking one of those for tomorrow's video. Let's get straight into this video though, and we're taking a look at the precipitation anomalies first off. So taking a look at where we could see more precipitation, less precipitation, etc. Afterwards, we're going to get into the temperature forecast, snowfall forecast, and then also our exciting overall forecast. So all of those things are coming up within this video. As you can see on the screen, we have below average precipitation anticipated for the southwest and through the Four Corner states and a bit into the south central United States. It looks like that could just be a slower area, and that has been the case for the most part over the entirety of the winter. There was actually surprisingly some areas there in California that did see above average precipitation during the month of January, which was pretty much unexpected, but I do anticipate an overall more dry month here for the month of February for those regions. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to move on, take a look at the moderately below average precipitation, and then get into the above average precipitation. All right, now here is that moderately below average precipitation, and as you can see, that extends for California, Nevada, and then in through portions of Arizona there. That's just not really where that storm track is going to move through, I don't believe, so that's the reason behind that. We really do not anticipate an active storm track moving through those regions of the United States, especially there in the extreme southwest. Does that mean you will get no precipitation? Absolutely not. You could still see precipitation, but as far as your average expected amounts, you're going to be below that number there. All right, now let's move on, take a look at that above average precipitation region, and as you can see, it is absolutely massive, taking over the Pacific Northwest there, up and through the Northern Rockies, into the Northern Plains, Upper Midwest, Great Lakes, Northeast, Southeast, and then even portions of the Gulf states there as well. So we have a very wide region expecting overall above average precipitation. Will all of these areas see above average precipitation once it's all said and done? Probably not, but for the most part, I think at least 80 to 90% of these regions will be pretty much above average or near normal. When we're in those lighter shades, we're expecting just slightly above average precipitation for the most part. As you can see here, we do have a moderately above average precipitation region as well. Part of this is because we have a massive storm moving through this region over the next 2 days. So that is already going to put us in that, well ahead of schedule. For the precipitation amounts, we're going to get inches and inches of precipitation for a lot of these regions, but I also just anticipate more storms coming through this region throughout the rest of the month as well. So there's multiple reasons why I feel confident in the above average precipitation for that region, pretty much the Ohio Valley and through the Mid-Atlantic and up into New England as well. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to move on and we're going to get right into that temperature forecast in just a moment. All right, now here we are taking a look first off at the above average temperature region. As you can see, it pretty much horseshoes from the southwest through the south central, the Gulf states, and then up into the southeastern United States. We do anticipate that southeast ridge to be a factor this month. It hasn't been as big of a factor so far this winter as originally anticipated, but I do anticipate that that will somewhat be a part of what we see here this upcoming February. Does that mean you can't get snow or cold? No, it does not mean you can't see cold or snow. You will likely see some periods of below normal temperatures, probably even frigid temperatures for some of these regions. And it is possible that some of these regions see snowfall as well. I'm not going to say likely because it's never likely that these regions see snowfall, but there is still that possibility, and you'll see that in my overall forecast and also in my snowfall anomalies forecast that I do think that is possible at this point. Now let's get into that moderately above average temperature region, and as you can see for California, a little sliver of Nevada there, and then in through southern Arizona, southern New Mexico, and then southern Texas as well. We do anticipate just a larger chance of that above average temperatures. I really just feel more confident in it in these orange regions. There's no other reason why I put that there other than that, really. So here's our slightly below average temperature region, and as you can see, I do really just anticipate an overall pretty cold month of February here for many regions. I expect deep cold to the north, coming in through the northwest into the north central United States, especially. We do have a negative PNA, which means it won't be centered over the east most of the time, likely over the central or western United States most of the time, actually. Again, we will see that once I add more layers here. But overall, the northwest, the north central, the central, and then even the northeastern United States all anticipate below average temperatures. What we're going to do here is move on, and we're going to take a look at our moderately below average temperatures. Then we're going to get into the snowfall chance forecast, and then our exciting overall forecast as well. All of those things are coming up at the end of this video. All right, now here's our moderately below average temperature region, and as you can see, it pretty much cuts off after the Ohio Valley. I do expect deep cold to make its way into the eastern United States, even the East Coast at certain points, especially earlier on in the month. Actually, we are seeing signals from our European model that we will likely have a pretty cold air blast in for the first half. But overall, the climate side of it and the longer range models are telling me that we're going to have a negative PNA for most of the month. And that leads me to believe that it will not be centered over the eastern United States. Matter of fact, likely over the western United States and the central United States most of the time. And that's why most of our deeper blue shades there are in the western 2/3 of the country there, as you can see. Even our far below normal temperature region here, as you can see, for Montana, Wyoming, even the north central United States, the Midwest, in the northern plains as well. We just expect deep cold, negative AO most of the month, and then negative PNA. That pretty much bullseyes that region with seeing some pretty frigid cold for a good portion of the month. So I do expect some deep cold for, like I said, certain portions of this month. All right, now what we're going to do here is we are going to move on, and we're going to take a look at the snowfall chance forecast and then also our overall forecast. So we have two very exciting things coming up in just a moment. Now, first off, just to get it out of the way, here is our below average snowfall chances. Notice I've switched it from snowfall anomalies to snowfall chance. It's really tough to say who will see above average snowfall or who will have below average snowfall. But it's much more accurate to say where will there be more snow chance, where will there be more opportunities for snow, and that's why I've gone ahead and switched that to be able to give you guys a much more accurate outlook into what I am anticipating. So I do expect there will be below average snowfall chances for California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, and I actually feel quite confident in that. Now, let's move on and take a look at the above average snowfall chances, and as you can see, for the Pacific Northwest, the Rockies, the Northern Plains, all the way in through the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes, the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic, and even portions of those, the northern regions of those Gulf states, as you can see, and even in through more of the interior Southeast, I do anticipate above average snowfall chances. Similar to how we saw in January, there could be some southern sliders that come through, and that's mostly why I have that there. I think it's going to get a little bit more mild there along the Gulf Coast, so that's why I think there will be limited chances or just normal chance for snowfall. There is always a chance, but it is a very slim chance, and I do anticipate it will be near normal for that snowfall chance. All right, now for that exciting overall forecast for February 2021, we're just going to work our way from west to east. So cool and wet there for that kind of mint colored area in the Pacific Northwest there. Clearly, we're going to have below normal temperatures like I stated, and also some opportunity for some above average precipitation as well. That could also lead to some more snowfall. Speaking of snowfall, typical snow there for the Rocky Mountains and the Cascade Mountains. But as we work our way south towards California, Nevada, and Arizona as well, we see warmer and more dry there for those regions. As we work our way east of there, more dry overall for that kind of brown colored area there for a lot of the south central and even the Four Corner states as well. Let's work our way back north up to the northern plains, and as you can see, Arctic invasions are possible. Like I said, that negative AO, and honestly, just what the models have been calling for that first half especially, but really, it's more of a question mark as we move later into the month. But I really do anticipate that we will have some Arctic invasions and Arctic blasts throughout the month of February for those regions especially. South of there, colder than normal. So really it's the same thing as that more pinkish reddish region in this purple region, but it's just a little bit less chance of that. So really you could see just as potent of cold air, honestly. As we work our way south of there, snow chances for that lighter blue region. Again, that's kind of how January went as well. So I do anticipate a lot of the same for February. We could have a southern slider or two that could give these regions colder conditions that would allow for some snowfall. Also, again, that European model is calling for a deep, deep Arctic blast. And honestly, once that happens, we've seen that model calling for some snowstorms along that Arctic blast way, way down there for the southeast and the Gulf states. So that is a possibility at this point. South of there, it's just going to be stormy in general, which means basically the same thing except not snow but rain. As we move our way towards the northeast, that darker blue is basically a chance for big snowstorms, but particularly in that red region is where I expect that to be the case. So the red and the blue are the same thing. The blue is just less chance than the red. I hope that makes sense. But big snowstorms are possible within this red region. That's kind of how we saw January go. We had one obviously in mid-December. And now we're having one here towards the end of January. I do anticipate that we could see one or two more storms like that throughout the month of February, if not throughout the month of March. We've been in that pattern all winter, and I don't expect that to change anytime soon. So I do expect big snowstorms to be possible, or a big snowstorm at least. Anyway, for today's comment of the day, I asked you guys, which state do you think will see the most snowstorm from our ongoing snowstorm here? And Sally Vay said, I think Pennsylvania, and I do agree. I think northeastern Pennsylvania will get the most snowfall from that snowstorm. Anyway, for today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons: Sebastian Tao, John Benbenick, James Wade, Dovey Nagel, Alan Balemo, Adam S., Larry LePan, Donna Carnes, Cameron Marshall, and Aiden Mattis, alongside our diamond patrons: Bill Roberts, Alan Sherry, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley, Michael Coalessa, Michael Buell, Terry Curtis, Catbite, Charles Stinnett, Kellen Manhart, It's Jay, Cindy Klein, Alicia Davis, Mark J., Luke Falego, Gary's, and John Quilisi. If you would like to be a part of our patron end screen of the day, you can do so by joining our very exciting Patreon page in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, be sure to share it with your friends, family, and social media. I will see you guys in the next video.